I'm still trying to get everything. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You hear that without the...
Well, my headphones are right there.
Oh.
Well, that seems extra sensitive this morning.
Huh?
That seems extra sensitive this morning.
Does it? Good morning, everybody. 1 second.
They must be on D Live. Because I don't see anybody in chat.
No, I was just saying, in case somebody's listening, I'm trying to do this.
Yeah, I could hear the mouse pad sliding.
Really? Holy crap. That's funny. It's like extra sensitive.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
I hope I ain't got a fart.
I know, right?
Like last night when you looked at me.
I know. That is true.
But it felt so good.
I'm sure it did.
I felt about 4 pounds lighter.
All right.
I hope nobody's listening.
I don't know if anybody's listening.
Well, you are over 15 minutes late.
Yeah, I know.
Good evening,
Good
Nicole.
morning, Nicole. Or good evening.
TTVP was listening.
Hey, through the veil. How are you? Oopsie.
Well, thank God I don't get embarrassed easily.
Right? Good morning. How is everybody? Hey, Ron. Busted. That's right.
Nicole saying hi to herself. Hey, Ron.
Sorry for being late, guys.
It was my fault.
Not really.
I actually slept last night.
Yes, he actually slept, and then he
Went back to sleep.
went back to sleep. And I went down to have a cigarette before the show started. They needed help at the desk, so I had to step in and check somebody out for them. And so I was like, oh, so sorry about running late, guys. How you guys doing?
No, that was last night.
Yeah, he parted last night, right before bed. That's right, Nicole. There you go. Let the show begin. Both Nicoles are in.
I only see one Nicole.
I told you through the veil is Nicole, too.
Oh, well, see, I don't go by people's real damn names. Unless it's posted there.
Hey, Randy. How are you? Welcome.
Oh, no. He's
Randy?
rest in peace.
Randy, Paranormal Investigations. How you doing?
How you doing, Randy? TTVP. Exactly.
I can't say that. I don't know why. It just
I'm proud of myself. I'm the one that came up with that.
I know. I'm like, who?
She will shout us every time I say it. She's like, who the hell's that?
I know. I don't see them in chat.
Well, like I thought Nicole was saying hi to herself.
Right. There you
Oh,
go.
no kidding.
Merch, man.
Do I get royalties off this?
I hope everybody is well today. On today's show, we're going to, let me scroll up to see what we're going to do. We're going to do the rest of the diary from inside the abandoned psychiatric hospital. If you guys remember, someone found a diary from the hospital, and we're going through and reading it.
Oh, yeah, he was reading it like years later, wasn't he?
Yeah. And then we're going to be talking about St. Anne's Nunnery. And of course, I'm sure most of you at least have heard of the Crying Boy painting and everything. We're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's done in watercolor.
You're an ass. I tell you. This is going to be a rocking day. We're also going to look at where urban legends come from.
Years ago.
We'll look at some most famous ones and the history behind them. What's that?
Urban legends come from years ago. That's where they come from.
Well, obviously.
What's up, Andy?
Hey, Andy.
I've been finding out the reason you're really late is because you're pregnant.
That's not funny, Andy. I'm telling you.
No, we're already going to be grandparents twice. We don't need to have a kid.
He's pushing that. He's pushing that. Your mom was 48. There's still time.
Who's pushing that?
Andy.
Oh, I'm like, I ain't. No, I ain't.
No, not you. I know. That's nope, not happening. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I hope everybody is doing well. Why the hell does it say that there's two speakers? Okay, I'm confused. Anyway, hello, Margie over in Blog Talk Radio. How you doing? If it seems like we're talking to ourselves, we really aren't. I am live on Facebook, or I just said Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer.
Holy crap.
What?
Look at TTPP. My sister-in-law got remarried and had a kid at the age of 52.
There you go. See, my mom had me when she was 48, and my dad was 59. That does not mean that
that we are having a kid.
That's right. No. But anyway, like I said, I hope all is well. Let me go ahead and switch this over. Maybe.
No, Andy, there's not.
Shut up. It's not happening.
Accidents. That's the best way to avoid getting pregnant.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and switch these over. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, who's that ugly guy?
I'm trying to, this is lovely. I just lost my whole Google thing.
Uh-huh. And I'm the inexperienced one.
I know. There it goes. There it is. It's back. So when starting with the
I wish I was. I'd be rich as hell. But because I ain't rich, this is all I can afford to buy.
I tell you. What's wrong with certain parts of you now? You can.
Well, this is true.
That is true, Andy. That is true.
That was last night.
Yes. Yes, that was last night.
I gave birth to an air biscuit.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and start reading from the diary because this, of course, is long, and there's a second part to it. Who knows if we'll get to it today, but we start back out at May 1918. Okay?
You said May 1918?
1918, May 1918. I'm not sure what day today is, but I think it's still May because I don't feel 11 yet. I think that it was past my birthday. I would feel a whole year older, and I don't yet. So it can't be June. I've been really busy getting better lately. Mary comes in every morning. If anybody remembers, Mary's the nurse.
Yep, get her 4 pills.
Yep, comes in every morning to give me my pills. But lately she's got scratches on her arms. And when I ask her where they come from, she just told me to take my pills. I don't know if I feel better yet, but maybe it's because we're trying so many new things to help me. We do the water blasting every other day now, but we start a whole new thing to make me feel better. I don't wet the bed anymore, so I think I'm better, but Dr. Freeman says I'm not yet. So we keep doing this new thing. They take me into a big room with lots of machines and wires all over the place. In the middle of those machines is a chair. And they put me in the chair and strap my arms and legs in so I can't hurt myself. Then they put a headband on my head. And here there are 2 little circles that go on either side of my forehead. I don't really like this part because it's painful, but they turn the machine on and the circles in my head start to hurt really bad. They do this a couple of times, and every time the circles hurt more and more. Sometimes I scream because it hurts, but most of the times I'm very brave. Usually when we're done, I take a wheelchair back because I'm just so sleepy, and I get bruises on my forehead. Mary doesn't like when I get this treatment. Her face goes all white, and she helps me into bed with a pat on the head like she does. My roommate, 0698, is gone now. I don't know where she went, and
Hi, Pammy.
Hi, Pammy. I don't know where she went, and no one will tell me when I ask, so I stopped asking. The screaming still happens in the middle of the night, but I've seen that a lot of patients, people that were here when I came in, aren't here anymore. I don't know where they went either. For now, I'll just keep doing my treatments, and hopefully Mama will come and get me soon. I'm 0724.
I have a feeling that Nurse Mary really has taken a liking to her, and she doesn't want her to be there.
Could be. Notice she didn't put her name.
Yeah,
She
went to her number now.
June 1918. Yeah, it does, Pammy, it does. DLive does take a little bit longer to catch on to, yeah. It's still a great platform, though. June 1918. Mary told me I'm 11 now. I don't know what day it is, but Mary said it's past my birthday. But I don't feel 11. I still feel 10. But I don't feel very much anymore. The painful circle treatment is happening more and more, and I'm sleeping a lot after. Mary always comes in late at night to stroke my head and sometimes lies with me in my bed when I'm asleep without my realizing it, and I wake up with her beside me. Mary came into my room late last night after everything was dark, and she told me a secret. She said I have to write everything down in my diary and hide it so no one can find out what we did. She said that we have to go and leave really soon.
Mary's going to bust her out of there.
I don't know how I can leave. I'm so tired all the time. But she said we have to because soon Dr. Freeman is going to put ice pick inside my eye, just like that day on the stage. That scared me because she screamed really loud, and I don't want to hurt any more than the circle treatment.
Pammy says she can't get the replays to work.
Oh, I know. It's I don't know what that would be, really. I mean, I know it's weird. I know I have to download mine to play them. So I don't know how that works, Pammy. I wish I could help you more. But I really don't know how that works. She says she doesn't want me to get the ice pick, so we have to leave. That she's going to take me far away, but I have to pick a new name so that no one knows who I am here in the hospital. I can't remember my full name, but I think I'm going to pick Margaret. I don't know why, but that's a pretty name. Mary said we're going to go real soon, so I have to go to sleep to get enough rest to go far away. P.S. I'm sorry I forgot my name, Mama. June 12th, 1918. My name is Mary Baker, and I'm a nurse at King's Park Psychiatric Hospital. I felt the need to complete 0724's diary so whoever finds this can get a complete picture of the horrors that were done here. There was nothing mentally wrong with 0724. I knew it, and the doctors knew it, but her parents dropped her off here and we had to treat her like any other patient. That is until Freeman came along. He said that 0724 was some sort of psychopath and needed to be dealt with. That's when he started to increase the frequency of the hydrotherapy and even threw in electric shock therapy. That poor girl doesn't even know what is happening to her, but she is the bravest girl I've ever met in my 4 years of working in this dreadful place. I know that 4 years is a long time, but let me tell you, whoever finds this diary, what I do to help the patients here, every night I would take a look at the list of the next patients to undergo that terrible therapy that Freeman calls a lobotomy. It's monstrous, if you ask me. I would look at each patient was next to receive that treatment and quietly slip into the room and kill them. Make it look like an accident so no one suspected me, and silently save them from becoming a pawn in their little game. The patients call me the angel, since I come here every night around the same time, and they actually began to scream when they see me walking through the hallways. But no one has investigated because all these kids are just crazy. I had to face the facts, though. Death is preferable to living as a vegetable state, which is the most of them became. And when I realized that 0724 was next on the list, I couldn't bring myself to do it. I decided we were going to escape. Her parents obviously don't care about her, and I do. I'm taking her away, and we're going to live off the grid, change our names, move far away, and no one will ever know. No one will ever miss us. So whoever finds this and reads this, you know the facts. Mary Baker and whoever 0724 was no longer exist.
She almost made me cry.
I know, right? I handed the diary off to Florence's family, and I needed a good while to wrap my head around what happened. Mary was the angel of death. She killed the patients that were going to be lobotomized because that's what she thought was the right thing to do.
Well, yeah, she'd rather see them dead than a vegetable.
Yeah. She left a journal for someone to find so that she could make amends with what she did. She couldn't keep it bottled up inside and couldn't just stop and leave without saving Florence. So she just left and took Florence with her. I hope to God that Florence was safe and able to live out a happy childhood. But with Mary, I just don't know.
You know, I have to agree with Andy. You know, if you're going to take me to a place like that, shoot me right between the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. With that, such a humane nurse, doctor. My time's come, or if I be packing them. Yeah, I hear you. Excuse me. So there's a follow-up, right? Apparently. Well, I'll just start reading it.
Well, I'm confused though when it says, "I hope Florence lived out her childhood."
A happy childhood.
But I don't know about Mary. Would that? I don't get what that means.
Because this is the follow-up.
Oh, okay. It's going to come in this?
Yeah, I believe so, yes. I haven't read this part of this, so.
Hello, Eli.
Hey, Eli.
Hurry back.
All right, hurry back, yes. So we're reading this together for the first time. I haven't read the second part. I didn't realize I was that close to the end of the last one.
I didn't either. I thought we still had a ways to go.
Yeah, if I'd known that, I'd really... Hey, Sid, how you doing? Hey, I want to thank you for subscribing yesterday. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Welcome, Sid.
So a couple of months ago, I found a diary written by a young girl, Florence Blackwell, who was a patient at the Kings Park Psychiatric Hospital on Long Island. Without telling the entirety of the story over again, there was one person who was instrumental in Florence's survival of inhumane treatment at the hospital, a nurse named Mary.
I moved her.
Mooner. It's Sid, Pammy. Mooner is just that's what you're called when you subscribe to my channel. You're called a Mooner.
And Ron started all that.
So you have to look at the name after. That's right, Ron with his Mooner.
Welcome back, Eli.
Welcome back, Eli. So without telling the entirety of the story over again, there was one person who was instrumental in Florence's life, and that was the nurse named Mary. After doing some digging, Mary Baker seemed to be who Florence was talking about in her diary. And while that is a semi-common name, I was able to do a little bit of digging into the local genealogies. And in working with the local historians, it looked like Mary Baker was age 20 in 1918.
Wow, so she was young.
Yeah. When Florence was first admitted to Kings Park. She was fresh out of nursing school and still at her age when she should have been naive and optimistic about the world ahead of her. That's true. She should have been excited to go out and make a new life for her. And, that age of 20, that's when you're really trying to establish yourself.
Yeah, but after being there 4 years, watching these kids, what they're going through.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She should have been out exploring her life, and here she was dealing with this stuff.
And no, the room, Andy, is already, the nickname's already Mooner. It's not Lunar. You can thank Ron for that.
Oh, that's okay, Pammy. No worries.
What'd she say?
She said, sorry about my phone about correct. Phone corrected. That's no worry. We understand.
No, Pammy's phone didn't autocorrect. Sid's did. Because he put up top, he put hi Nicole, Andy, and Pan Munjum.
Oh, my bad. See, I can't even read that. I saw Pammy, so I thought, never mind.
And I'm the blind one.
I know, right?
Don't worry, Pammy. I got your back. I got your back, Pammy.
We'll get it right. It's been a crazy morning. So Mary Baker, however, at the age of 20, began killing juvenile patients at the Kings Park Psychiatric Hospital as an angel of death, according to online sites and sources. An angel of death is a caregiver who abuses their power in such a way as to kill those who were charged with looking over. In the past few years, there have been a real couple of cases in the news where nurses would assist in euthanizing elderly and terminally ill patients over and over again. If a nurse or doctor helped in the death of a patient more than once, they're officially classified as a serial killer. Did you know that?
Hold on, I'm sorry. It starts with Andy saying they'll stick to smaller words for me. and then Pammy screwed up and put envy. So the nurses were actually called serial killers.
If they killed more than once.
How many people does it take to make them a serial killer, though?
2.
No, that's just a murder.
Well, if a nurse or doctor helped in the death of a patient more than once, they are officially classified as a serial killer in the eyes of the law. And due to their angelic profession, normally dedicated to saving lives, they are dubbed angel of death, keeping the angelic moniker, but exposing them to what they really are doing. 20-year-old Mary Baker would steal away in the middle of the night and kill child patients of the psychiatric hospital who were next on the list for an experimental lobotomy. Yeah. That. At this time, the pioneer of the modern lobotomy, Dr. Walter Freeman, was still in medical school and therefore not even medically cleared to be performing these operations. The children recognized the pattern of Mary's visits and knew every night to expect her presence. In her ghostly white nurse's uniform, sneaking among them, looking for her next victim, Mary ultimately stole away into the night with Florence in tow. They were going to make their life for themselves elsewhere. Thanks to the internet, the story of Florence and Mary was able to spread farther than I would ever imagine. I'm thankful that thousands of people were able to read and learn about Florence's life in the hospital, because if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. Since the story spread so quickly, I received messages from another user named Allie. I won't expose any of her personal information other than that Allie actually didn't live too far from me in the county of New York, just northwest of New York City. She said that she had read and sympathized with Florence's story and was talking to a group of friends and family members when her grandmother stopped and her face went ghostly white. She asked Allie to clarify those dates in that hospital at least 3 times. On the third time, after asking if her grandma was okay, her grandmother Adrene told her the following story. I copied and pasted this exactly as Allie has transcribed it in her conversation for me. My mother had a younger brother growing up, and he was always so bright, she said. She said that he could solve any math problem in just a couple of seconds. He did well in school and was so smart, but he was a little slow. I don't know if it was autism or what they would call it these days, but my mom told me that he was slow and that was fine. We knew the gist of what she was getting at. But one day her brother Joseph just up and stopped talking, and no one could get him to speak a word. And after months of trying to get Joseph to speak to them and to go about life, they gave up and put him into a mental hospital because, that's what they did back then.
Because he was a little slow.
Well, and he stopped talking. They were living in Brooklyn at the time, running the restaurant, and he was put into Kings Park Hospital. The one from the story. Now, I don't know what time that was. I was born in the mid-40s. So I'm thinking that it was probably right around that same time. It was probably early 20s that this all took place. Ellie was stunned into silence, and for good reason. She sent me all this over text message. Once we finally realized we had to be speaking somewhere other than an online forum, and she actually invited me to meet her and her grandmother up in the town. She said that there was a story from her grandmother that I needed to hear. So I shared my location with my family and all my friends and geared up in the car to head upstate New York to meet Allie and her grandma.
Now, what year is this woman talking of?
She said that it had been around the 1920s.
Okay, so it's like
2 years after Florence
and Mary escaped.
Yeah.
Okay.
The location where Ellie had meet her and her grandmother was quaint, a little interesting. It's a small town right by the Hudson River, and it was adorable. Cute little homes on Main Street, and they were even having a farmer's market the day we decided to meet. But right outside the heart of this town was a little park called Cecilian Park. I got closer to my destination and noticed that it definitely was a town park. But in certain sections of the park, there were bricks and other posts that looked like from a building. So like ruins, basically. There were mounds of usually high dirt that just didn't seem to fit with the park at all. But I figured maybe it was just a quaint little feature of this town. I eventually met up with Allie and her grandmother and sat on the bench facing those mounds of dirt and exposed structural columns. I was the first one to break the awkwardness from the awkward pleasantries and asked what exactly this park was. Ellie looked at her grandmother, and her grandmother, Adrienne, nodded and said, I'll tell her, don't worry. She took a deep breath and started.
Now, this is the grandma?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you probably don't know this. You probably know this. It's called Cecilian Park, right? You put it into your GPS on the phone to get here. So what you probably didn't know is that up until about 3 years ago, this actually was a giant abandoned building sitting smack dab in the middle of town. Everyone saw it. Everyone passed by it on their way to work, and yet no one really did anything about it. It was just kind of there, as if it was invisible. Now, I don't know all the history here, but I do know that I had an uncle, my mother's older brother, Anthony, who went to school here. It was probably the mid-20s or early 30s, and Anthony got sent up here of the city to go to school. He was always a bit of a troublemaker, so they put him into a Catholic school. One of those schools you sleep away at, and where the goal is to make you a priest one day. Now, my mom and her brother passed away right when Allie was a baby. So that was probably, how old again? Oh, yeah, 19. Uncle Anthony passed away first and gave something special to my mom.
I appreciate that, Eli.
Oh, thank you, Eli, for sharing us out. Uncle Anthony passed away first and gave something special to my mom. When she passed away, she gave it to me. I read through it once, but I never really meant anything to me.
Now, was that the diary?
So I tucked it away in a drawer as something to look at when I missed my mom.
It was the diary.
After Allie told me about your story and these people, something hit me as familiar. I pulled out the journal from my sock drawer, and I think your Mary worked at the Silsland school with my brother. I was speechless. If what Adriana was saying was correct, this would be a couple years after Mary and Florence had left King Park in the middle of the night. This would be absolutely the correct timeline for their escape. It would make sense that they hadn't gone too far. They were a single woman and a young girl in the early 20s, and they wouldn't have gotten far without getting puzzled looks.
Well, right, because she's only 20.
Right.
And Florence is only 11.
Right. I think you should borrow this for your research, Adrienne followed up. She had tears in her eyes, and I had gotten goosebumps on my skin when she said her last sentence before excusing herself in the car. This story deserves to be told.
Absolutely.
No, that's what she said to her before the grandma went to the car.
I'm agreeing with her. The story has to be told.
Right.
I'm not agreeing when you're saying the story has to be told.
Right. No, I know. But she's talking about.
Hi, Bug.
Hey, my bugaboos.
What do you mean?
She's talking about, because she said she had tears in her eyes and I had goosebumps in my skin when she said her last sentence before excusing herself to her car. This story deserves to be told. Not talking about Florence's diary, talking about this new diary.
Okay, all right, good.
I exchanged some pleasantries with Allie once her grandma left, but I ran back to my car, cradling the journal like a baby. This couldn't be real. Had Mary actually written and kept a journal of her life outside of Kings Park?
Whoa.
I told myself I was going to wait until I got a 4-hour drive.
The mic completely cut out.
Hey, Blue.
It's back now. Hi, Trina. I take it Trina's Blue?
Yes.
I'm like, I didn't see Blue come in.
So I'll redo that paragraph again. I told myself I was going to wait until I get home to read it, but I had a 4-hour drive ahead of me without factoring New York City traffic. So I sat right there in my car in the shadows of the abandoned Silsland school and began reading. I'll post and update the other entries as I read them later on.
Wait a minute, but that wasn't a school.
Where that, if you were listening to the story.
But I thought we were talking about a hospital.
This is after she left the hospital, remember?
Oh.
And where they were meeting in a park where there used to be a school there.
So Mary got a job at that school.
Right.
Gotcha. Oh, Trina, don't be blue. Be happy. I see Eli.
August 31st, 1925. Florence and I got incredibly lucky securing this job at this new school. I'm told you this was a private residence before turning into a school as it is now. But that doesn't much matter to me. Florence and I are allowed most places. So their space reserved only for men or men within the Catholic Church. But that doesn't much matter to me either. What matters is that Florence and I are safe, and we've made it this far in our journey. My last journal I left behind as a memento to our time there, and I plan to do the same thing here. If I don't take them with us, and I leave them. And I leave, no hint of where we're going. We're untraceable. I'm now the cook for the boys and the teachers of the Silison school here. Florence, masquerading as my daughter, was allowed to board with me in the basement of the school, as long as she agrees to attend Mass regularly. If that was the only stipulation in our safe harbor, Florence would go to Mass 3 times a day if she needed. She whines and cries about almost every night for her mama, and I have constantly reminded her that I am her mama now. There won't be anyone else, not now, not ever.
But what Mary didn't understand, though, is Florence's mother didn't want her to go there.
Mm-hmm.
But she thinks both parents
Abandoned her there.
But so, if there's no way for Florence to convince her otherwise,
Right.
And that's a sad situation for Florence.
September 3rd, 1925. Hey, that's the year my mom was born. 1 month before my mom was born. Florence came running and crying into my arms today while I was fixing lunch for the boys. My friend James, she cried. He's gone. They found him in his bed this morning and his neck was turned all the way around. The priest said it had to be the devil coming to punish him. But James was the best boy I had ever met. He even said we might get married once he graduated from this school.
So he was actually murdered.
I pat her head softly and I let her cry into my dress, much as she had the first day I met her. I stroked her auburn ringlets and tilted her head up so that her blue eyes met mine directly. I told her that God and the devil work in mysterious ways and we mustn't question what the priests are saying is true. We owe the priests our lives and we do what they say. She sniffled but nodded her head and with her permission excused herself to the bedroom to almost undoubtedly continue in tears. I have to keep working at that girl. She has to understand I'm her caretaker. I'm the only one to look out for her. No one will get it in the way of me and Florence. And that's the last entry.
That sucks.
There's no more after that.
That is not a way to end this.
So that's no wonder this person's like, I don't know about Mary. So, I mean, if her and James were, boyfriend and girlfriend, and she,
That just and says nothing more about this kid that got his neck snapped.
Nope.
And they're in a Catholic school. So you got one dirty priest in there somewhere.
I don't know, but you know what? Tonight or today after the show, I'm going to search this place up. I'm going to try and find all this shit because I want to know.
That just it ends so weird. I wonder if at any point in time Florence ever decides to take off and tries to go find her mom.
I don't know.
Because Florence knew her mom loved her. She cried when she had to take her to the hospital. She didn't want to take her there.
Right.
But Florence couldn't make Mary understand that.
Crazy crap, huh?
Wow.
What do you guys think? Do you think Mary was killing all these? There was one comment underneath.
That's true, Ron. There was a lot of stuff that's hidden in Catholic schools. I get that.
Yeah. Do you think Mary did it? Or somebody made a comment that they think Florence was the killer and Mary was just covering it up.
No, because why would Florence go running back to Mary full of tears when she found out that she found him?
If she had a psychotic break?
I don't know. Pammy.
Right?
Trust me. And if I did, I just ask God for forgiveness. Hey, I'm taking care of your dirty priest down here. I am no angel of mercy, though. But I don't think there's a good chance Florence could have had a psychological snap. But
I'm leaning towards Mary.
I do too, because Mary doesn't want anybody to take her away.
Right.
Maybe Mary couldn't have a kid. So maybe found this as an opportunity of, I have a child now. Nobody's going to take her away.
Right.
That was a pretty good way to think of it.
It's crazy though, right? I mean, it's messed up. So I'm going to keep that. I kept that.
Oh my God, Andy.
In my saved.
The dude's demented. Oh, I know, Pammy. Trust me. I used to help teach Sunday school. Yeah, believe it or not, look at me.
But I mean, it's just one of those things that, like I said, I put this in my save folder. I am definitely going to do some more research on this. I'm going to see if I can find any more entries in there.
Was my can bothering you?
No.
Oh.
And we'll figure it out. I'm going to see if I can find any more stuff on there.
That is real interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way it ended.
I know, me neither.
If that was a movie and it ended that way, that would suck.
Right? I know. You know how pissed we would be? Be like yelling at the TV.
Be throwing shit at the TV.
I know.
You can't end this way. I mean, yeah, if you think about it, I want a soda pop now, Eddie. I don't think you want my soda pop.
I'm the one drinking soda.
I eat cameras.
And coffee.
But it definitely would leave it open for a second movie. If it ended that way.
But still.
The movie was called War of Worlds.
So now, moving on, right? We're going to be talking about St. Anne's Retreat.
Who's she? Did you just do what I think you did?
No. That was it sounded like the garbage truck.
Oh, is that what it was?
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
I thought she just broke her chair for me.
Wow. I really don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, it's a retreat too. She just stood there abandoned. I'm sorry.
What I want to do. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to share my screen to see if it'll work.
The shocking story of
St. Anne's Retreat.
With $5 off.
That's right. Lowe's. Remember, all these links are, if you want to read it yourself, all the links are down in the description. They should be. The Beehive State is a big place with a lot of stuff in it. Some places in Utah are full of natural beauty. Some are loaded with rich history of our nation. And of course, some places in Utah are haunted.
Pammy thought she was the only one that drank soda and coffee at the same time.
It's in Logan's Canyon, and it's been standing there since 1920.
Hello, Lucinda.
Hey, Lucinda. It's one of the most frightening places in Utah, sure.
Holy shit, I got a name right with somebody's screen name.
But it's still there. St. Anne's today is in essential ruins, decaying walls and overgrown gardens, the occasional skitter of animals you can't quite see. The former retreat used to be a favorite hangout of local kids and teenagers who spray painted the walls and leave beer cans and garbage strewn about. But not everything that goes on here has such an explanation.
Dun, dun, dun. Jason.
Our type is always on the lookout for new places in Utah or elsewhere to play out trade, and dark history of St. Anne's makes it prime candidate for the paranormal. Oh, did I not mention what went on at St. Anne's? Murder was just the beginning. How many have you guys heard of St. Anne's? I have. I know.
What is St. Anne's?
It was a nunnery.
Okay. Wait, a nunnery?
Yeah.
And there was murders there. Okay.
It's a bad place where bad things happen. Bad things are still happening there, some would say. Ghosts love a good, bloody story, and so do we. That's a creepy freaking picture.
Yeah. Hold on.
Can you imagine if something like that came after you?
Hold on a second. Wow, what the hell? That's just weird. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Well, I never left, but...
Well, that's good. Back in the 20s, the Catholic Church owned the land and the building. St. Anne's wasn't a traditional nunnery where sisters go about their normal duties. There were other places in Utah for that. Places closer to civilization.
I'm sorry, Eli. Don't worry then. I just won't give Ron a beer.
So St. Anne's was more of a punishment or a place for the church to hide away embarrassments. Nuns who had broken their vows and committed sin were sent there.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. It's like a nun jail.
I don't know if that's how you would put it, but...
Well, I mean...
most commonly, that meant the sin of indulging in their carnal desires. In other words, pregnant nuns were shuffled off to St. Anne's to carry their babies to term out of the public eye.
And then get killed.
What was that movie? Long time ago. Do you remember that?
It kind of sounds familiar.
Oh, damn, I can't remember. But I remember watching that movie. Like, it was like, I was young.
So is I think the nun that got pregnant was young too.
Yeah.
She was just like starting into
becoming a nun. Yeah.
And then actually one of the other nuns tried to protect her and hide her away.
Yes. But then they ended up killing the baby.
Yeah.
God, what the hell was that movie?
I don't know, but I know what movie you're talking about.
You know, I get a flash of her walking into that path, going into the doorway. Damn, I was young too. I'm surprised I remember that. The pregnancy. After birth, the children were quietly put up for adoption at various orphanages and placed in Utah. Holding her newborn infant son in her arms,
I didn't mean that.
she knew she had escaped before he was taken away. Okay.
So now she's given birth.
This went on for some time without incident, but eventually one of the women decided that they couldn't stand that.
And I want to know is how'd she give birth to this child with nobody else knowing? You talk about a threshold for pain.
Sneaking out in the middle of the night, the nun took off dead run through the woods and underbrush. It wasn't long before she heard the clamor of pursuers and shouts of the head nun. Overcome with blind rage and fury, the head nun bellowed at the top of her lungs that she would kill both mother and child when she caught them. The frightening new mother heard this and knew that in her heart that her head nun truly meant what she said.
So now this woman and her child, this nun,
right,
is hiding in the building.
No, she ran out.
So she heard this on the way by.
They're chasing her.
So then how did she hear her say that she will kill them both?
Let me go back. It wasn't long before she heard the clamor of pursuers and the shouts of the head nun. Overcome with blind rage and fury, the head nun bellowed at the top of her lungs that she would kill both mother and child when she caught them. The frightened new mother heard this and knew in her heart that the nun truly meant she was what she said. So she was running away from the nunnery.
That's what I'm asking.
They were chasing her.
When she heard her.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
Desperate to protect her child, she hid him under a bush and loudly took off in another direction. Deliberately making as much noise as possible, she hoped to draw her pursuers away from her precious baby boy. And it worked for a time. The head nun and her search party took off after the mother. Eventually, they lost her trail. She had done it. She had won. She was free, or so she thought.
I'm not liking where this is going.
Returning back to the bush where her son lay, the former nun found nothing but a scrap of blanket that had caught on a thorn. Fearing the worst had happened, she snuck back to St. Anne's. Her fears were confirmed. The worst had happened. Floating face down in the pool just outside the nunnery was the body of her infant son. Sinking to her knees and crying in anguish, the mother cursed the head nun, the church, and the world that they had brought to her baby to the end. After a time, she came to a decision. She couldn't live in such a world. The young mother grabbed up a handful of poisonous berries from a nearby plant and swallowed them whole. She joined her son in death.
Patrick came in. Did I miss it?
Hey, Patrick. How you doing?
Hi,
Welcome.
Patrick. I missed him coming in.
I did too. Sorry.
Unless he popped in and he was on D Live and not said anything yet. Because if he comes in and comes on D Live, I don't know until he chats.
Right. Any paranormal enthusiast knows a story like this place is more than ripe for a ghost infestation.
Now, here's a question I have. Okay, this head nun wanted to kill her and her baby. She got away. She thought she had protected the baby. She goes back, the baby's dead. She doesn't want to live in this world anymore because of what happened. You would think before she killed herself, she would have went after the head nun and killed her and then killed herself.
I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah, but you see what I mean?
Right. So treading the grounds of St. Anne's today, one feels the dark energy almost as a physical force. It pushes down on you, makes you feel heavier, makes it feel harder to move around. They congregate in a place like St. Anne's, unable to exert much influence, but hanging around the stronger entities. Every element of the Black story from years ago is still standing. Walking through the grounds itself, you can trace the path of the chaos through the woods. Here is the pool where the two innocent souls perished.
Uh-huh. It's hard to tell that's a pool.
You know this story. This is where Ghost Adventures went, where those kids got kidnapped by the security guards and tied up. This is the same place.
Oh, is this the same place?
I was waiting.
But it's hard to tell that that's a pool there from the picture.
Right.
It doesn't look like a pool, so.
Right. But I was waiting for you to see if you would catch on what story this was.
I probably would have if you'd have kept going.
Yeah. Some say that the sheer cruelty of what on in St. Anne's makes it a locus for supernatural inhibition. That same force has no palpable to human visitors, acts as a magnet for ghosts and spirits around other places in Utah.
That's just completely messed up.
It draws them in, binds them, and makes them stronger when they are on the grounds of St. Anne's. Most other places in Utah, St. Anne's is the home to the restless souls for those who have died too young. Wandering the grounds, it's not uncommon to hit a strange cold spot. The weather is quite often warm in a place of the state, and it's noticeable to feel a sudden chill. Some say these small drops in temperature represents the influence of a smaller or weaker spirit.
That's not very funny, listen to.
We just had this conversation about Eddie's fart.
No, she's talking about smoking.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I thought that was a fart cloud. Never mind.
You can't see the cigarette in between the emoji?
Oh, if I look over, I'm looking at the wrong chat room. In Twitch, it looks like a smiley face.
An ass and a fart cloud.
Yeah. Like a guy laying down.
No, it's...
And a fart cloud.
She's having a cigarette.
Sorry, my bad.
I think TT.
On everyone, if I looked at every other chat room, I could see a cigarette.
But she looks at Twitch.
Mind you.
And there's no cigarette.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chat rooms open. Okay, so I picked the closest that I could see, and it didn't look like a cigarette.
All right, let's go on.
Okay.
I gotta order your lunch.
Yes, you do. There's another strange story. The story goes that on especially haunted nights, the air surrounding the pool area will get ice cold. That's ice cold even on a warm summer night in the middle of July.
Where the two boys, the kidnapped boys, were found.
It makes no sense, and it shocks the senses. Cold as a grave, some might say. The ghost of the poor mother herself still lingers too. Walking through the woods at night, you might hear her terrified, quiet sobs echoing through the trees. If you're very lucky, or perhaps unlucky, you'll hear the barks and snarls of the guard dogs, the head nun employed to haunt her. Not haunt her, but hunt her.
Oh, thanks, Beauty. Beauty just subscribed, I think, to my channel.
Oh, cool. Very cool. A feeling of being watched has been reported by many travelers, especially when walking along the riverbank. Many people experience the urge to look up the opposite bank, fully expecting to see someone standing there. It's like the shadow people of the hills. That terrifies me. There's never anyone there, of course, at least no one visible. Many people say that the ghost of the poor mother watching out for the search party, perhaps staring at you, wonder if you're there to help her or to bring her back to the cursed St. Anne's. It's downright unsettling, and one only hopes that she can someday find peace. Most people today choose not to travel to St. Anne's at night. It's a little too disturbing, a little too scary. They go to other places in Utah for their nighttime walks, places where they don't feel spirits on their tail. Has anybody been to
Utah?
Yes, to St. Anne's? I want to know if anybody's been out there to investigate St. Anne's. Obviously, I haven't.
I think that would be, really freaky. I really do. I don't know if I could take it, honestly.
Right.
Knowing the past and the stories of this place, wow.
I know.
I mean, you're out. They're probably almost in the middle of nowhere, and now all of a sudden you can hear these dogs growling and snarling. It's like you find the closest tree there is and climb as fast as you can.
Right.
And pray daylight comes soon.
Yeah.
What's he say? What's going on? I need you here, Shadow. You'd love it. I need you here. She needs you there, honey. I don't know where here is, but it's somewhere over there.
That would be awesome.
Oh my God.
Wrong one.
The cemetery that she was showing yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was an amazing shot or video of that cemetery. I just, you know what, Beauty, just relax. It took me a minute. Yesterday I was very tired.
So where do urban legends come from, do you think?
Folklore. I mean,
You think so? Like all legends come from folklore?
yeah. I mean, it's like if you stand 20 people in a circle, tell somebody a story, tell them to pass it around, it's completely changed by the time it gets back.
Oh, no doubt at all.
Homes are cheap here, very cheap. Yeah, okay. Houses are cheap, or how high are the taxes? Land tax, all that. Something had to happen real. It just changed. Exactly. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
That's what I believe too, through the veil.
You're only going to get part of the truth. That's it.
Right.
And then you make your own assumptions and story off that.
You know, most of the meanings behind urban legends are very simple. You know, don't do illicit substances, don't hook up in public, and don't put spiders in your hair.
Oh my God, we're all screwed.
So if all urban legends are meant to teach people lessons, then what do urban legends mean? What are people supposed to take away from the stories about alligators stalking the sewers? Don't buy exotic pets? I mean, what do you think? Some urban legend stories are rooted in truth. Some are incredibly scary, and at least one of them is going to keep you from going into the bathroom for a couple hours.
The only thing I fear about that is a snake coming up through the drain.
Well, exactly, yes.
But you just said an alligator in a sewer.
Well, that's in New York. That's only in New York, honey. You don't have to worry about that here.
Yeah, well, yeah, because here there ain't no alligators. It's goddamn cold.
Yeah, right.
Even during summertime, the water only hits like 60.
Right.
And that's if we're lucky.
So one of the versions of the urban legend about Bloody Mary says, Bloody Mary, I got your baby, likely comes from the fact that Queen Mary had multiple miscarriages and never had a child. That's where legends come from. Wouldn't you know a spooky urban legend about a screaming woman jumping out of a mirror and killing whoever's taunting her comes from the Catholic Church?
I thought that's Bloody Mary, right?
Yes, sort of. Queen Mary the First became known as Bloody Mary because she burned almost 300 English Protestants at the stake for heresy in her 5 years on the throne. 300 people in 5 years.
And her name was Mary.
Yeah.
Imagine
so
that.
She was Queen Mary the First. The version of the urban legend says if you chant Bloody Mary, I got your baby, likely comes from the fact that Queen Mary had multiple miscarriages and never had a child. The beehive hairdo legend, have you heard about that one? Where a woman made a beehive in her hair and like all these spiders, like I've
heard something similar to that.
Yeah, I think that's where I get nervous. My nervous, you know.
And then at given points, there would be spiders climbing through her hair,
yeah.
And then they would disappear back up into it.
Yeah. The version of the urban legend says my bad.
Her bad.
The beehive hairdo urban legend was about 1,000 times more popular in the 50s and 60s, obviously, because everybody, you know.
But what doesn't make sense about this urban legend is called a beehive.
Right. Well, when beehive hairdos were all the rage, still variations of the stories about spider eggs hatching in a woman's hair after she brushes into a spider web. That's also how you get pregnant by a warlock, by the way. Still float around. Stories about women in their damn hair have circulated since the 13th century, when a sermon was about to get was given about a lady of Enniston who spent so much time in her hair that she barely made it to mass. As embarrassing as that might be, her hair probably looked great. Anyway, in order to teach her to take a lesson, the devil turned himself into a spider and dropped down on her head, totally freaking her out. According to the sermon, nothing would remove the offending insect, neither prayer nor exorcism nor holy water, until the local abbot displayed the holy sacrament before it. Why was the devil working with the church? Doesn't he have something better to do, like play guitar on the top of the mountain or help produce a new Danzig record?
Or playing the fiddle against Charlie Daniels?
Yeah. Regardless of the devil's follies, it's obvious to anyone who's taken a feminist studies class that these stories are nothing more than an attempt to remind women that they should look good and do it fast, or their heads will be turned into spider's nest.
Gotta pull my nose.
Okay. Everyone knows someone who went to college with a girl whose lab partner knew a girl who was rooming with someone who was slain in her room while a roommate was out partying, right? And the roommate would have been wiped out too if she had been back in her dorm room. She had turned on the lights. Luckily, the total real and not fictional roommate story wasn't nosy, and when she heard her Nerlinger roommate being murdered, she assumed that she was having rough sex and went to sleep. The next day, she woke up to a dead body across the room, and the words, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the lights?" written in blood or ink or whatever was handy at this very real and not made up story. So it originated in the 60s. It's not exactly clear what this urban legend is trying to say. It's obviously a cautionary tale, but when you're being cautioned against what? Staying in and studying when there's a whole lot of world of friends out there who probably won't murder you? Living in a dorm room with lax security and apparently doors without locks? Excuse me. Damn. Maybe the story that's meant to tell young people that it doesn't matter if you're good, bad, or studious bump on a log or a party girl, you're going to meet the axe, and it's best you just never turn on the lights. You hear a horn? Oh no, Ron, it's Siren Man.
Oh God, it wouldn't be the first time. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
So, think about Alex,
Okay.
the guy we work with.
Okay, our coworker.
Remember down the hallway when he had to come to our room and ask if we were screwing with him?
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Because
Oh, you want to tell that story? I think you told it a little bit before.
no, I don't think I have.
I don't know. I think we brought it up one time or another.
I don't know. Our coworker was steam cleaning all the carpets in the hotel,
Getting ready for season.
and he's on our floor, which is we're on the top floor, and he's about 3/4 of the way down the hallway, and he's got to walk all the way back. He's got to get fresh water and this and that. And he came up to our door and he knocks, and I answer the door, and he says, "Are you guys screwing with me?" I says, "What the hell are you talking about?" He says, "Did you guys go in that room down there when I came up and got the cleaning stuff?" I said, "No, we haven't left our room." He says, "Come here and look at this." So I go down there. He takes me in a room and he says, "When I opened this door, I seen absolutely nothing." Now he walked back in there, and in very tiny letters, and you can tell it's written by a finger, it says, "Help me." But it wasn't there earlier. And it literally freaked him out.
And Alex, you have to understand, our coworker, he doesn't get freaked out. He just, you know what I mean? He just
He goes with the flow kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he literally was kind of like, "You guys screwing with me?" No. Hell, I didn't even know what room he was in at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, we know the building that we live in is haunted. We know that. But yeah, that was
That's the first time that anything like that has happened.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, when we say it's haunted, it's got shadow people. It's nothing like freaky or scary.
You'll hear noises and knocks.
Things will get thrown in the kitchen, but that's
not thrown, just dropped out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's nothing really scary. That's right, Patrick. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. That's right. So on to the next urban legend, which is the Hook Man.
Now, I seen Carol's page, what was it, yesterday, and she put up a post. It says, "Why is it the ghost hunters say, 'Come on, show yourself'? And when they do, they run like hell."
That's right, though. I mean, I don't care who you are. Any freaking ghost hunter that sits there, or investigator, whatever you want to call them, says that they never ran from, it's bullshit.
Well,
The
look
best of
at
us.
Zach Bacon when he first started.
Right.
They literally climbed out of a second-story window, left all their equipment there, and said, "Well, we'll come back tomorrow and get it."
Yeah. I mean, but the thing of it is we're human. We jump scare.
Yeah, Ron, I was seeing you on D Live. Whenever you were speaking, I could see you.
I did see that, Ron, what you said. Oh, it does look like it stopped, though. The chat stopped.
See, that part I don't know because I just had YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube has stopped, like,
Sharing
showing up on
live.
Yeah. But Ron had said, hi, Mary, your therapist just leave. Mine came early. He wanted to know what Shadow's topic was today.
Tell him it's nothing good.
That's cute. That's funny. Yeah, Patrick, and that's the thing, we're human. We jump scare, you know what I mean? So I don't care if you're the most seasoned paranormal investigator, ghost hunter, whatever. Something happens, you jump. That's our defense. That's what our human bodies are for.
Yeah, but you'd never think.
Same, Patrick. He said, with my legs the way they are, I can't run anymore. LOL. And I said, you know what? I'm the same.
Where do you see that?
It's not coming through YouTube. That's why I'm watching.
He's saying that in D-Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like one of those things to where if something happened, I'd be like, I'm out of luck because I can't run anymore. Well, I might have one good burst in me, but if it keeps coming, then I'm screwed.
I just look at it this way. They ain't going to catch me because they're going to be slipping in my shit the whole way out to war.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, just so everybody know, everybody that's in D-Live, Patrick and Ron was there, and he's on YouTube now. But
Ron's saying we might have another follower, but
he said everybody's saying hi to everybody, so just let you know. I don't know what's going on with the Restream. Honestly. I don't know what's going on with Blog Talk Radio either. That says I'm not online, and I am online. I'm still talking.
I wonder if we're having problems with it. Well, no, it can't be our internet because we're still live.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, the Hook Man is one of the most classic urban legends that people seem to inherently know, like how to high five her steps with a Macarena.
I know what you did last summer.
Right. If you're from Mars and aren't sure what this is about, here's the condensed version. Two teens go out to make out at Lover's Lane. They hear a news report on the radio about bless you.
Thank you.
About an escaped prisoner from an insane asylum who has a hook for a hand. They get scared and they leave. And when the guy gets home, he finds a hook stuck in his door. Phew, that was a close call, right? Well, the story of teens making out to the news is pure fiction. It's based in the Texas Moonlight murders that occurred in 1946 in Lover's Lane, type spot around Texarkana. Bless you.
Oh, that one snuck up on me.
The Hook Man is essentially a precursor to slasher films, especially in the way that it poses as the only people who are in any kind of danger are people who put themselves by being unchested.
Sorry, I'm ordering your lunch.
Oh, that's okay. No, I was. Some fear is good. It does keep you on your toes. You're right about that.
Well, without fear, life wouldn't matter.
That's the thing, Patrick, because he said when it comes to shadow figures, I chase them myself to see if the person if a person's joking around. And I mean, we know nobody's joking around here because our shadow people are.
Yeah, he likes to sit on our ceiling.
Our ceiling or our upper walls or.
I sneeze. Ron says, "Are you two allergic to each other?"
We've asked that question many times. Ron.
No, I'll hit a certain time of the day, and it's usually every day.
Right, Patrick. Yeah, that helps in that too. He's like, when I was a police officer, I'm used to chasing people more than running from them.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's totally different. He's used to chasing shadows down.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we run from shadows.
I don't run from them. They don't scare me.
No, it's not. It's more the fear of the unknown.
That's what gets people. Yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
it's like, what is it? What's it gonna do? You have no clue.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Here we're so used to it's like a daily occurrence, so it's nothing. You know what I mean? Now, new people coming in. I mean, I've only had two people. Two people asked me if one person came out and asked me if this place was haunted. And I said, and I wasn't lying. I said, we've never had any guests complain, or say anything. So I wasn't lying because we didn't at that point.
Never had a complaint.
No. And he's like, oh, I just feel odd.
Actually, there's been a couple of people that have walked in the front door and would stop and kind of look around like the atmosphere completely changed.
Was Jason mad at the time?
Might have been.
That's our boss. We joke about that all the time.
Yeah, when our boss gets mad,
we all scatter.
It's like a bunch of cockroaches when the lights turn on. We're gone.
We're gone.
And you avoid them for about 2 or 3 hours,
and then
and everything's good. But now. What else did the customer say?
There was one customer. I think he was more or less. It wasn't that he was. It was like he thought the place was haunted, but like when I don't know if he was just picky or what, but I remember him going. I put him in a room, and he's like. He went to the room and he's like, this energy's off. Can I get another room? And so we had to go through different rooms to find the energy. He's like, okay, this one feels okay. So I don't know if you know what I mean?
He was a psychopath or?
No, but he is the one that was complaining about the shower curtain was too high.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But,
Now, mind everybody in here. Hey, Seth.
Hey, Seth.
I'm
sorry. He didn't say hi to me. I take that back, Seth.
There has been 2 bodies that have been found in these rooms.
Right. That's my worst fear. We don't talk about that, though, because it is my worst fear. I'm scared. When my boss comes up and says...
Now, the main boss, the owner.
Yeah, comes up and says, let's go check this room. And I'm just like, I don't want to. That's what the housekeeping is for on front desk.
But, yeah, they found one in one of our hot tub baths. Yeah. The body.
Spa room.
Yeah, the spa room. They found the body face down in the water, dead. And then a couple of years later, in another room, they found a body on the bed, dead. So there is activity in this building. And God only knows what happened in this building before the people that own it now. Because they've only owned it for the past, 7 years?
Yeah. Well, no.
8,
9, 10, 11.
11 years. But this building's been here since 1973.
Ron says there's a motel in the Northeast where people write their experiences in the room, then put the paper in their room somewhere. Yeah, I've heard of that. That's pretty freaking cool. I've heard of that.
It is cool, but...
We can't do that here, though.
Well, you can.
Well, you can, but...
It's not against the law.
No,
but what's going to happen is somebody going to walk in and read that piece of paper and walk back to the front desk and say...
then we're going to get blamed because we talk about paranormal shit. So nobody come here looking for paranormal shit, okay?
No, that's our job. Damn it, we own this building.
We don't own it. Yeah, I would.
No, I meant paranormal wise.
Yeah.
If we owned it.
Because I can see that happening. Somebody checking in, and the top owners are there, and Jason be there, because Jason knows what we do on YouTube and everything. And I could see it now where somebody come in, can I have a room? I heard this place is haunted. And then
I heard Shadows and Chaos are the owners.
and I could just, me and Eddie be walking down for a cigarette and Jason just have a look at us.
And just his look alone, you know you're screwed.
I could just see it. I could see it happening.
No, we just own the paranormal. We don't own this building.
No, hell no.
We just work here.
I don't want to own this building.
I don't either. And it's funny because our boss says, I wish it just burned down.
He wants to go home. That's all that is.
I know. I know. In this town, you got to understand, we have a movie theater and a Subway. That's it. There ain't no bowling alley. There ain't no golf course. There ain't no putt-putt.
Our only fast food is Safeway or Subway.
I said the Subway.
Oh, sorry.
I said we have a movie theater
We
and
don't
Subway.
have McDonald's. We don't have a Walmart. We don't have a Target. We don't have Burger King or Wendy's or anything like that.
And the way the airline is here, because we don't actually have an
We don't
airline
have
anymore,
one.
you have to charter a plane to come in. So the only way in and out right now is by car.
6 hours down the road.
Through the mountains, over the rivers, to grandmother's house. And it's about 6.5 hours to get out of this town.
Oh, really, Patrick? He said, I checked out a home once that the owner thought was haunted. No McDonald's, Eli.
No. There's
We have
no
none of
Burger
that.
King, no Wendy's, no Taco Bell. We have Subway. And that's it.
I mean, we have restaurants that try to,
Imitate.
yeah, but that ain't happening.
He's got your lunch order.
But what did you order me?
I'm not telling.
Did you order me a chicken fried steak? Oh, that's a no. I can tell
Why
by
would
that.
I order a chicken fried steak for lunch?
Oh, cheeseburger and french fries?
Yes.
French fries.
You a double cheese.
Thank you, baby.
Ketchup, mayo, bacon, raw onion only, with a side of fries.
He knows me so well. But yeah, so we have nothing like that here. We have, here people come here to I know, see?
I always know what she wants,
Yeah, apparently, because I said chicken fried steak.
but that's breakfast. Yeah, oh, I get what she means.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what she's getting. I'm paying for it. She's going to get what I tell her.
In my town, there's a gas station, Piggly
Who is
Wiggly,
this?
dollar store, and one restaurant. Oh, Ron. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny?
There's a town in New York that's called Garbutt. If you look it up, all that's in that place, like when they say you blink, you miss it, the only thing that's registered in that place is the post office. That's it. It's the only building. It's between Caledonia and Scottsville.
The town I grew up in Harbor Creek, because he mentioned a Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
It's funny.
We didn't have a Piggly Wiggly.
We had a Piggly Wiggly that was owned by my uncle through marriage. I mean, he wasn't my uncle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a Piggly Wiggly there.
We didn't have Piggly Wiggly.
But if we wanted McDonald's or anything, or go to Putt-Putt and that, you had to travel like 8 miles.
That's a lot of it too, Patrick. Yeah, he found out that all he needed was a plumber, a carpenter, and an electrician. It was not haunted. And that's a lot of,
when stuff starts going bad.
When people, I mean, that's why I think paranormal investigators, like, we're knowledge in so much stuff. I mean, not like, we're all like kind of jack of all trades because we're trying to figure out
Trying to debunk it.
Yeah, trying to figure out where this noise is coming from and stuff like that.
We have Save-A-Lot. I call it Save-A-Slop.
Save-A-Lot?
No, she calls it Save-A-Slop. We used to have a Dollar Tree.
Well, that's okay because when people ask me where I'm from in New York, should I tell them what I say?
Go ahead.
I'm between Rochester and Buffalo, right? But that's not how I say it. I say it's Rottenchester and Buffalo.
I thought it was Buttfuckalo.
No. Oh. Can Eddie come play Saturday? I don't know.
That's
We'll
got to
see.
be Eli.
Yes.
He's on Restream. Because I'm not getting any Restream.
I know,
chat
none
over
of
here.
that Restream. I know.
I thought you already asked me that, Eli.
We'll see. If he's a good boy, he can come play, Eli.
I don't give a shit what she says.
Exactly, Patrick. That is why debunking is so important. Exactly, because it could be something, you know,
and we've gone over
minute
this.
that people don't think about.
And we've gone over this. And the biggest thing I hate about most of these paranormal shows, they'll catch an EVP.
It's his pet peeve.
It's a huge pet peeve. Because they'll be like, what does this sound like to you? But before they even play it, they put up in quotes what they think it said. So the minute you read that, your mind is automatically hearing that. And I hate that. If you want me to try to figure out what the hell it's saying, then just play it. Don't say anything.
It is a big pet peeve of his. No lie. Like, he yells at paranormal shows all the time.
I hate that shit. I really...
He really does. If you only knew.
I mean, like I said, if you're going to catch an EVP, don't tell me what you think you heard. Let us hear it.
We have to ask the boss. That's true. You do have to ask the boss.
No, I don't. The boss is funded by me.
Well, this is true. So.
Oh, wait, why you sorry? Wait.
What?
TTVP says she's sorry, and I don't know what for. And she's laughing. YouTube side.
Yeah, I know. I see it. I don't know.
Stop putting words.
To EVPs. Yeah.
It just.
Oh, she's saying sorry.
I get it now.
No,
I get it now.
Your things are fine because you put up what we can't hear, but when they're on TV and they have the equipment right. They have the funding, you know what I mean? So they got the good shit that goes right into so like your stuff or anybody that's doing paranormal stuff on YouTube or anything
YouTube
like
and
that.
Stuff like that, it's hard for us to hear.
Right. So it's good when you do that. I like when you do that. But on bigger name shows, when they sit there, what do you guys think? And before they even
play it,
they tell you what they think.
And so now you see the words that they said, and now your brain's thinking exactly what they said.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to believe what you heard. I want to experience it.
Eli says you're going to love the next topic.
Oh, God.
Is it prohibition?
No, it's pizza.
But yeah, Patrick, you're so right. I mean, debunking is a big step, not a big step, but a big part of it. And people don't do that. They just want to always think that everything's haunted or everything's demons.
It's funny now. Shadows will tell you. I'm a huge debunker. I will try everything in any way possible to debunk anything that happened. And she'll tell you that.
Ron said fried mushrooms? For Eli's
next topic.
That sucks at Restream. Let me try to pull the Restream up and see what's going on there.
TTVP, I seen you got something coming up. Demons everywhere. We're all demons.
I swear, every time everybody says they're everywhere, I sit there and say, I'm like, all I can think about is, Santa Claus is coming for you. And then the little little guy, Ray Stevens, where he's like, they're everywhere. Or he's everywhere. That's all I can think about. That's all I hear in my head.
But I see TTVP has something coming up, and she's got a reminder set. If I remember, I'm going to check it out.
So I'm online for Facebook. I'm online.
I was have something. What are you talking about? I don't know. You posting it to YouTube. You got something with a reminder set up. I don't know if it's today. It might be today. Do you have something going on today? Damn, Ron's over there winning 100,000 at a time.
Patrick said, putting a ground wire in a copper wire line can cause high EMF. Yes, and a house which can cause hallucinations.
Exactly,
Like
and it causes dizziness, nausea.
And also the feeling of being touched. Yeah, definitely. People don't understand stuff like that.
I'll have to look again, TTVP. I know I thought I seen something coming up, and it said set a reminder. I'll have to look again after the show. But I'm trying so hard to catch everybody's show, even if I just stop in to say hi, so I can help you get the view. And sometimes I'm just too damn tired to do it. And I apologize if I don't make the shows. But I try my best.
I'm trying to fix chat, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on.
For somebody who's basically new to all this, I'm extending my hands out trying to help. Stop in when you can. And I always try. Eli will tell you, I felt through, or I fought through being tired yesterday to go to his channel.
Thank you, Ron, for the ice cream.
Last night. Is Ron leaving?
No, he gave us an ice cream.
Oh, thanks, Ron. It's not popping up over here, so I don't know.
Right, yeah. I know, I'm trying to...
I'm really trying to start my own channel, but it's really still going to be my channel and Shadow's channel. It's going to be like instead of Shadow and Chaos, it's going to be a Chaos with Shadows. It's just, I can't picture doing stuff without her. So.
Oh.
I think tonight I got to unplug a lot of other things, and I'm going to sit down and plug in all of our equipment and make sure everything's fully charged. And then we'll pick a day, a night. It's definitely going to, oh, well, this is going to screw us. It's still daylight out here at 11:30 at night.
Yeah, but we still, our room gets dark.
Well, yeah. We
have blackout curtains.
Yeah, believe it or not, this time of year, guys, at 11:30 at night, it still looks like it's about 6 o'clock at night.
And that's what's great, Patrick, because he said, being a former police officer, I try to debunk things and find natural reason for the thing. And, you know, if it can't be, it may be paranormal. That's so true. Oh, I'm flashing you? It's because I'm trying to figure out chat.
You're over there mooning?
No, I'm flashing.
What? Show's over, guys.
Ron said it.
I better start seeing dollar bills hitting the PayPal.
Yeah. More like they're trying to charge me.
No. But yeah, I like to try to come check everybody out. I give love and support to your channels, and I do the best I can. And in most of the channels that I've been to, I have a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
This sucks because I think everybody said screw YouTube because Chaos can't see us. So we're going to go over to Restream.
Or not Restream, over D-Live.
Or D-Live, yeah. It may take me days to get around to everyone. And I agree. I totally agree with that.
Eddie feels sorry for me, LOL.
Who's that?
Eli.
Why should I feel sorry for you?
You feel sorry for him?
Why should I feel sorry for him?
I don't know.
Why do I feel sorry for you, Eli?
Ron said, except mine. No fun there.
I don't know. I don't think I'm subscribed to your channel. No, I ask everybody to drop their links, and nobody wants to drop their links so they can go screw themselves.
So rude.
No, just so honest. No, if anybody wants to drop their link drop it to Shadows. Shadows will make sure I get it, and I'll make sure I join your channel and subscribe, and I'll make sure I make an appearance.
That's so true, Patrick. He says, I try to help people who are having problems that they can't explain. I don't ask for money for it. And that's great.
That's absolutely great. I mean,
that's amazing. Yes.
That's what humanity's about.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Eli said, Eddie, because Ron is saying I suck.
Well, do you? Oh, you mean on your channel?
He said he's kidding. Eli
I know. If it's coming from Ron, I know he's just giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
Patrick, I might not be a former cop, but I was former Marine, and I was taught how to basically investigate buildings when we had to clear them. It's kind of the same thing. You know, you got to watch your step, you listen for everything, and try to figure out what's wrong.
He said Patrick said the best payment is knowing I can help them make their lives better. And that's exactly it.
Absolutely.
Exactly. It makes you feel good. It you know what I mean? That's
when you can put their mind to ease, you feel so much better about yourself.
Ron said no such thing as a former Marine.
That's right.
There's no such thing as an ex-Marine.
Exactly. Because once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah.
I did my time.
Eli said, Shadows of the Moon, next month I'm going to subscribe to you so my name is on top of your screen instead of Ron's. Isn't Ron the D-Live boss right now? Yes, Ron's my D-Live boss. Andy is my YouTube boss. Patrick said, yes, it is, Eddie. You do the same as me. That's great.
And it was always, it's a scary situation, but
I can't at the moment.
But it's a great situation.
I will, Ron. I won't tell you what Ron said.
You better tell me what Ron said.
Ron said, Shadows, smack Mr. Chaos in the back of the head. I was going to get up and do that. I put on my slippers and everything, but
TTVP says I'm the chair folder.
I love
it. And you know, through the veil paranormal, it's so hard for me to say, but TTVP comes out like
nothing.
No
I know, and I can't. I'd be like, what? Patrick said, yes, you are, Eddie. As me, as a military police officer, always the same.
You're always on guard no matter what. Shadows tell you, it's very hard to scare me.
Like you said, we're trained to face fear.
Yeah, we run into fear, not away from it. Had that a time or two. With your own name? I can't believe she put TTVP on her t-shirt.
No, that's what she's saying. It's merch.
Oh, she's gonna do it. I think that's cool. Good for her. I want royalties.
Ron's over there mooning.
I don't know. We really need to figure out what the hell's going on.
Sometimes they're just they know.
Well, I don't know.
And they're used to my technical
difficulties.
Oh, she did do it. It's on there already. That's so funny.
That's what I thought I read earlier.
I won't tell you what Eli's doing over there.
You know what? I really, either he's eating pizza or doing something I really don't want to know. TTVP, I would like to actually just see a picture of that. I'm sure it's got to look pretty cool.
I'm just the message taker. Through the veil, Ron says he's going to get another shirt.
I want a damn shirt. It was my idea.
Patrick said, I'll buy you one.
I'm going to sit here and cry.
Patrick said, we go into places angels fear to go.
Yeah, you're right.
So true.
And Patrick's going to understand because when I went over to Afghanistan and that,
Ron, stop flexing your boobs.
when I went over to Afghanistan and that, you got scared people running out, but here we are running in.
Yeah.
You got all this gunfire. You don't know if there's tripwires. You got to. Okay, Seth, and you got to watch where you're walking, but you don't. What you're afraid of is not knowing what's around the next corner.
Thank you for coming in, Seth. Right, exactly.
It's not the fear of going into the gunfire. I'm not blue, but there is the thing. I'm not blue, but there is. Huh? I'm confused with that.
Oh, yeah. On YouTube, you have to be blue to share links. Hold on 1 second.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, she was going
I
to try
almost said blue.
She was going to try to show.
Welcome
back, beauty. She was trying to show a picture of her TTVP shirt.
See, you almost messed up.
Not blue veil.
Hey, Paranormal Underworld, how are you?
How you doing, Paranormal? Have you ever a bite to eat?
Well, I hope it was a good bite of eat.
I hope it was a big grab. All right. I want to see a picture of this T-shirt. It's the ghost one. TTVP is on there.
You'd have to, when you go to her channel, it should have a merch link in it.
Okay.
Like he knows what that means, but
exactly.
I'll show you.
I will find it. I will screw up my computer looking for it.
Be like, honey, how did I do this?
How do I get out of this? I don't know. On that 24-hour marathon we did, I lost all chat.
Yeah, Ron was saying like he said he was a firefighter. He gets it because he
runs in. Now he doesn't run out.
Spots. Yeah.
Click that. How about you? You know what? Don't you tell me what to do.
Doing good, Paranormal. Thanks for asking. How you doing? Oh, you said going well. Duh.
It's been a long morning for her. Trust me. I'm doing good, Paranormal. I'm glad to see you're doing good. I'm glad you stopped in.
Remember now, right click.
I know.
Okay.
Shut up. All right, let's see what this looks like.
People on my podcast are going to be like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm sure many of the viewers
Oh, what the hell? No.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I'm looking for the T-shirt.
Oh. I imagine most viewers are like, what the hell's wrong with them?
Where the hell is this at? TTVP.
Paranormal Underwear, Patrick.
Is it up near the top?
It says hi over in D Live. My restream's screwing up, so you can't see. I wonder if I.
Oh. Where is it at?
I don't know what's going on with my restream, but it just does not want to work, apparently.
I can't see it. I'm looking, but I don't.
Let me try going to Streamlabs.
Oh, I don't see it. Damn it. Let's see. Can I pull up chat from here? Yeah, I can.
That's cool. I'll have to definitely. I don't know if I'm subscribed to your
bottom ghost shirt. Now, is that under the apparel part or all products? Because I think I'm under apparel. Okay, yeah. Let's see.
She said bottom ghost shirt. Look at the girl's feet.
Is it a tank top? Oh my God.
I think you found it.
I love it. That is so cool.
Oh, I can't do corn dogs.
You got to go check it out.
I will. I can't do corn dogs. I love cornbread. I love hot dogs. Together, not so much.
TTVP did that is so cool.
Oh, Patrick said, okay, hi to everyone in the other streams because he can't see him in D-Live.
I can't either, Patrick. Don't worry. I can't see anybody in D-Live, Restream, nothing. I just see everybody that's in YouTube.
Sorry, guys, for that.
But see, TTVP, you should have put your actual name underneath it.
Oh, now he's critiquing.
Well, no, because how many people are going to understand what TTVP means?
They'll know.
Oh, yeah, because everybody.
It ain't all about you.
They know about who? Not me. But that TTVP, that is cool. He's still laughing about the TTVP. Uh-oh. Oh. I think everybody's coming over into YouTube.
What do you mean? I'm not getting anything. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm like, am I missing somebody?
Holy crap.
Ron calling me ugly?
Oh, some bitch.
Eli's trying to start trouble over there on D-Live.
Oh. Oh, so whose fault is it, Eli or Ron?
I don't know. That scared the heck out of me.
What the hell was that?
It's my Blog Talk Radio.
Prescription RX cures the dead. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like the sounds of that.
What's that?
TTVP said I should make one as a prescription RX. Cures the dead.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
I'm sure everybody.
Patrick's like being a former police officer. I'm used to people hiding from me. Hey guys, you know what time it is? It's getting ready to close up shop here.
I never said I was ready to close, but now she's ready.
Head on over here and hype up chat. You know what that means? I'm going to be opening up the chest. I just added 200 lemons. Lemons. I don't know why I turn French when I say lemons.
Just let me know when it's my close.
Okay. But I thank you all for hanging out with us today. I didn't get through all the stories because of Eddie's big mouth.
Whoa. Wow. You know what? I think they had fun, though.
I think they did. You guys had fun, right? I hope so. I hope you did. We definitely had fun.
I had a great time today.
Yeah, me too. I always have a great time hanging out with you guys, so you
absolutely.
You included, Eddie.
Whatever, you lie. I can see the look on your face when you said that. They might believe you, but I damn sure don't.
Oh my God. Whatever.
All right, this is where I close out. So I want to say fist bumps, hugs, stay safe, stay strong, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And my cam stuff.
And where the hell is my credits?
I don't know where to put them.
Oh my God, everything's messing up today. What the hell is going on? Is he sleeping? He might be. Hey, Shrimp Shack. Oh, there goes my credits. They were just a little slow. Thank you guys for hanging with us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me go ahead and pop that chest. That doesn't sound right.
No, that didn't sound right at all.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, I clicked the link. You guys got 30 seconds to click that chest.
Hi, Shrimp Shack.
I hope you're having a wonderful day, Shrimp Shack. I hope you guys had fun, like I said. Well, like we said. Eli, Ron's kicking Eli, apparently.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Patrick. He said, oh, yes, I did. I always love it here.
Thank you, Patrick.
I thank you guys for hanging out. Tomorrow is Freaky News Friday. Come get your strange and odd news of the week. We got a lot to talk about, too. There's some strange crap going on in this world, guys. There's some strange crap going on in this world. All right. What?
Aunt Jemima, what the hell was that talk?
I don't know. You know my voices. I have many of them.
Usually you keep them in your head.
I know. Sometimes they slip out. All right. Ron got 102.5 lemons. Eli got 59.3. Patrick got 43.1. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for all your support. We love you guys so much. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I know, I'm telling you. Nicole, I hope you have a great night.
She's already in bed already. Beauty, you came back just as we're leaving.
Yeah. But tomorrow, like I said, is Freaky News Friday. Your weird and odd news of the week. With that being said, take care, guys. We love you so much. And thank you all for being here. Have a great day, everybody. Much love.